everyone, and welcome back or welcome to my channel. We have for you today another hair video. I always love these because I always start off looking so good. Am I right? Like look at this. Today's video is about me coloring my hair at home. So I have been coloring my hair at home since college. There was a period after college where I was going to get it professionally done because I was blonde. Imagine that. If there's anything involving bleach, go to the salon. If you're going dark, great, throw it on there, let it sit, you're good to go. So as you can see, my roots are pretty blonde around here to the point where, my hair is already thin around this area. I don't want to talk about it. Thank you. Yeah, my hair grows in pretty blonde there, which makes it worse. Same with my sideburns. These are pretty, not blonde, but they're a dirty blonde. So anyway, that's what we're doing today. We are coloring our hair. And like I said, I am not afraid of coloring my hair at home. I've been doing it for a long time. I'm pretty much not afraid to do anything with my hair at home. If you haven't seen proof to that, if you have not seen me cutting my hair at home during lockdown, I will link that one down below. But that was quite a bit of length cut off. Well, yeah, you can see by the thumbnail because I'll pop it in, but my hair was like down to here. So yeah, I'm not afraid of doing things to my hair at home. It's just hair, it'll grow back. So yeah, that's pretty much it for what's going on in today's video. And let's head into the bathroom and I can show you what's up. I just wanted to show you my little setup that I have here. Everything that I get is from Sally's. The first thing is that I color my hair with Wella. Wella is a professional coloring brand and I color my hair the shade 5RV. So 5 is the level. So 1 is black and then like 12, yes, 10 or 12, can't remember which one, is the like blondest that you can go. And so I am a level 5. And then RV stands for red violet. And you can even see there that it is described as a burgundy. So I use that and I use a 10 volume developer. Pretty much 10 through 40 is what you can get as a non-professional. When you're going darker, the lower the volume, the better, because the higher the volume, the more lift you're gonna get. But when you're coloring your hair darker, you don't want it to lift. You are only depositing color. So if you're going darker, go with a lowest pretty much volume developer that you can get. 5 does exist, but I can get this giant one of the 10 volume. And as long as you keep the cap on tight, then you can just keep reusing it. I've had this for like over a year now, I think, and it's still fine. And then I just have a bowl, a brush, and some gloves. Whew, wow, okay. That was a lot. Why am I so out of breath? Okay, so I have you up on an angle so that way when I put my head down, you can actually see what's going on at the top of my head. And we are going to mix some stuff up. Also, I have all of the bath mats removed. Make sure that you don't stain your bath mats with your hair color. And I'm also wearing my this is my dye shirt. So I'm just going to explain a little bit further that if you get dye from Sally's, which it's so easy to go to Sally's and get a professional hair color, like you should not be using box color. It's so easy to get professional color and mix it up yourself. Oh, and I am not a cosmetologist. I don't have my license or anything like that. I actually used to work at Sally's. At least I actually know what I'm talking about. I took my training there very seriously because I actually wanted to learn about hair color and products. So to me, it was just a free education. They actually educate their employees. It's just whether or not they pay attention. I'm not dissing Sally employees. If you know what you're talking about, great. I'm just saying that I think I know what I'm doing, but I'm not licensed. Anyway, so get your hair color from Sally's, get a professional brand, don't use box dye. On their boxes, it'll say what ratio to mix the dyes. This right here, you can see that 1 to 2. That means it is a 1 to 2 ratio. That means you're using 1 part color and 2 parts developer. So this is a brand new tube. So I just used the little pokey thing and I'm going to squeeze out half of this tube into here. Okay, so I just squeezed out half. There it is. Careful, this is very strong smelling. Don't be breathing in fumes too badly. And then I do eyeball this, so I just give it a jiggle to let it flatten out. All right, so it's just simple math. So this has So this has 2 ounces in it total. I used 1 ounce and it's a 1:2 ratio, which means that I need 2 ounces of developer. So I am just going to use the little marks in here and go up to 3 ounces and just like keep wiggling it to make sure that I get 3 ounces. Also, not that you should be like smelling this, but this Ion developer smells so good. It's way better than the strong color smell. Anyway, and then we're just going to mix that up. So what I do, I actually take the brush and I like push it against the bottom because the color is kind of like a gel formula. So to like break it up and really mix it in with the developer, I like smush it into the brushes to really get it mixed up. And then if you just make sure, again, just like the developer, that the cap on this is nice and tight, you can just put it back in the box and use it for next time. Because my hair is so much lighter around the perimeter of my head, and it's also so thin that I need this to look like the fullest possible, I actually put color on here first, and then I start doing rows, just so you know that's why I'm doing that. All right, so I switched up the angle so that way I can actually look in the mirror and see what I'm doing. But like I said, because I need this part to look the thickest, and it is my biggest insecurity, I need the color to sit on there the longest. At least I want it to. I don't really need it to, but. And I try not to get too much of this on my skin. You can also at Sally's, this isn't sponsored by Sally's or anyone obviously, but you can at Sally's by Ion get they have them in packets, like single-use packets of dye remover for your skin, and they also I think sell a bottle of it. But I don't get either of those because I just don't really get it on my skin that much. This is not going to look good, okay? I'm not gonna look pretty right now, okay? But it comes out in the end. Because it's so blonde right here, I really make sure to get product on there, because it's so much darker when I color it. All right, now that this whole area is pretty saturated, this is when I'm going to move on to actually separating out my hair. God, this looks good. Okay, so I start over here and just work my way around. I don't start in the middle and go that way and then that way. So I'm gonna start over here and I flip all of my hair up and get right to the root. I also did wash my hair this morning. I know you're not really supposed to, but I really needed to color my hair today because with being on camera, just to make myself feel comfortable, I'm like, I need to color my hair because the amount of root spray I've been using lately is just insane. So if I just color my hair, I don't have to keep using root spray and then showering and yeah. So yeah, I had to shower because the amount of root spray and dry shampoo I had in my hair was not good. Oh, yes, sorry, I forgot to explain what I'm doing. Okay, so I'll explain on the next one. I take this, which again, I got at Sally's, and I like this one because this metal point is so sharp. It's like $4 or something for this. I like it better than the plastic ones that they sell because I feel like it's just easier to get a nicer part. Anyway, so I part the hair. That was the crappiest part I've ever done. All right, so I part my hair and I get a nice line. And I take just a little bit of product so you can see how much I have on one side of the brush. I don't really have anything on the other. And I start right at the root and I paint downwards. And then I just paint upwards. If I need to grab a little bit more product, I go ahead and do so, but I'm just making sure that my hair is really saturated with this. And then I go about maybe 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch to do my next part. See? And then again, I just take my brush right to the root, go one way, paint the other way. And I do like to put some like right on the back just to make sure I'm not missing any spots. And you can see that I like paint and push this down, that way it gets out of the way. Create another part, pull that down, paint it on. I mean, you can see, like, this is so easy. I'm not dragging it out too much. I'm really just trying to get my roots, but I do blend it just a little bit into the part that's already colored. Just because I don't want to miss any spots. And no, I do not add any like natural highlights or anything like that. I am one of those people that I just color my whole head one color. And I guess if I wanted to, I could, but I don't feel like it, so. Also, the farther back that you get in this sectioning, like you can see how far back on my head I'm getting that part, the more likely you are to not miss any part of your head, like right here. So that is why I try to get my part really far back. Just dropped hair dye right on my freaking foot. I do always have a tissue around, by the way, in case I get any color that where I don't want it. Okay, now that the top is done, so pretty quick, pretty easy. I just use one of these small little like banana clip things. And not perfectly, well here actually, I have this. I take this and I part my hair right down the middle, and then I put this in a clip just to make sure it is out of the way while I do this half. So with the back, I move down like this. So I'm going to turn around, and I do this blindly, I guess. I do it by feel, because if you're getting your color at the root, you can feel when the cold, wet product actually touches your scalp. So I just did a messy part. I'm just gonna make sure that that is colored, and I will turn around for you guys. Okay, there are a lot of angles happening here. This is just so awkward, but I had to switch it up so that way you could actually see what I'm doing with the back. So if you can't really see what's going on with this side, I'm sorry, but this side you'll definitely be able to see. Okay, I feel like that side's pretty good. I didn't really do any explaining because I figured that the lighting wasn't as good, so I'll explain on this side. Yeah, it's pretty much by feeling. All right, there was color right there, so I'm just gonna go about 3/4, ½ inch down. And I'm going to paint that on right down there. And this is where I overlap with the middle too, because I wanna make sure I'm getting my whole head back there. And I, again, pretty much just go by feeling. So I part the hair. I make sure that I can feel the cold, wet product on my scalp. And I'm pushing this up out of the way just how we did on the sides. And I'm making sure to go around pretty much my whole head. That probably was too big of a part. You can tell how big your part is too, obviously, by the amount of hair that you're grabbing and like flipping up. I do also continue to mix my product in the bowl just to make sure that the color is always pretty uniform. Anyway, so yeah, I feel, sometimes I'll even take my finger and feel for the part, and then I just like place the brush where my finger just was. This is kind of the easiest part to do though, because it's not like you part your hair back here, like in the middle of your head. So if you mess up back here, chances are not really anyone will see it. Again, I'm overlapping with the middle of my head to make sure that we are getting the whole back. I also make sure to get right around here really good so that when my hair's up, you're not seeing any root growth down there. Okay, and then with whatever is left over in my bowl, which is not too much, I just scoop out with my fingers and do a little of this, and I massage it into my scalp. And then I pretty much do this to make sure that everything is nice and saturated at the root. Okay, now is when I take my hair, I put it in a little bun with my clip. Perfect. All right, now that we're just like looking the cutest ever, so now I'm going to go set a timer for 45 minutes, which means that this will be on our scalp for way over 45 minutes, but that's okay. It's not going to hurt our scalp because it's such a low volume developer. Maybe if you have more sensitive skin, possibly, but when you're finished, that's when you need to start your timer because of everything back here. Your color takes 45 minutes to develop. It's not like, oh, I'm going to make it lighter by leaving it on for only 30 minutes. No, it takes 45 minutes for the color to develop, so that is why you should always leave your color on from the last point that you finished for 45 minutes. So I'm going to go set a timer, clean up my little mess here, and I will come back with the whole finished result. But I do want to share with you that I use this Ion After Color treatment. Again, I get this from Sally's. So this helps close the cuticle and lock color deep inside the hair. So what I do with this, I jump in the shower, I do a very light shampoo, and then I wring out my hair as best as possible, and then I put this in and let it sit for about 5 minutes, and then I rinse it out. So what this does, like it says, it helps close the cuticle. So this will make your color last way, way longer. The amount of color that goes down the drain, if it were at 100% before, I mean, it's 10% now. The amount of just like light pink that goes down the drain when I use this really helps to seal your color in. So I highly recommend this product. So I will come back with freshly colored, styled hair and hopefully look a lot better than I do right now. All right, we are back and my hair is obviously dried and styled. I did a quick little makeup look that will be coming up. It's a quick 5-minute, easy, everyday makeup look. So subscribe, stay tuned for this look right here. Literally 5 minutes. Anyway, we're not talking about that. We're talking about my hair. I'm gonna get in nice and close. Look at these awesome roots. Look at that. Everything is covered. I just blow dried it. I used my straightener to curl it. So that is it. We are done. We have perfectly freshly colored hair. We feel great. I will be super happy for the next 2 weeks because that is when it looks the best. And then eventually, you know, I start getting little root growth, especially right here. It's very noticeable because again, it's so light there naturally. Yeah, that is it for today's video. If you guys have any questions, leave them down below. I'll answer them as best that I can. I'm running late. I gotta go. It's Mother's Day and I gotta go visit some family. So if you like this video, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe. Videos are every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And all of the hair products that I used today will be linked in the description box down below. And that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate it, and go have a good one. Bye. Doing things to my hair. Oh, I'm so out of breath. Oh my god. Oh my eye. I think my eyes did something weird.